Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Unreal World. I am Wolfric and we are successful hunters. Last time we killed a wild boar. We got a £5 boar skin, which is de-hairing in a minute so we can get a nice leather skin, and we got 91 cuts of meat. We are in such a good position right now. We're going to preserve off as much of that as we can. We don't want it to go bad, and I think it's still late winter, so we should still be able to dry. You can only dry meat in winter, so when it's cold and dry. In the middle of late spring, summer, and autumn, you can't dry. So the only options you've got are to salt or smoke. I generally go with smoking. However, we don't have a hut. We don't have a smoke hut yet. And salt is very, very expensive to get hold of, and we are not in a position to get any because I do not think that you can get any from Calmo villages. They don't really tend to stock it that I've ever seen. You find salt more in the coastal areas, which is why a lot of people tend to start down in the Drick areas, because the shops, or the storehouses rather, had a lot more goods. So we can't salt the meat, so if it's too warm we'll need to smoke it. But I think at the minute it's cold enough still that we can continue to dry it. So that is what we are going to do. We need to pick up this bear fur. Where are you? There he is. We've got £9 of it left. Basically, what have we got in the way of clothing? We've got enough clothing to keep us warm, especially with summer on the way. Summer, we're not going to need half of this fur clothing to stay warm. It's going to be pointless. We may as well take a lot of it off when summer arrives so that we can have less weight to carry around. So we're going to be able to hunt more and kill more in the future. So by the time winter rolls around, we'll be perfectly fine. So we're going to make utility articles, bandages, as many bandages as we can out of this harsh bear fur. We've only got £9 left. Right, so repeat the task. We want 9 bandages. £9 of fur. Bam. There we go. Get it made. Take us an hour or two. 9 decent bandages. Something in your pack is smelling foul. That will be the bear meat. We knew that was going to happen. So let's have a look. Yep, spoiled roasted bear cuts. We did well. We managed to get through most of it. We had about another 10 cuts left, and we've got through until there's only 2 and a bit left. So I'm happy with that. We got the most we could out of that bear cut. So we're going to drop it. We're going to drop the spoiled roasted bear cut. You can actually eat spoiled meat if you're desperate and you have nothing else, but it's not good. It can poison you, and we don't need to. We've got fresh meat. We've got fish. We've got wild boar that we've just killed. It's beautiful. So we have got loads of food. We are not in a bad position whatsoever. This is going to be ready in 3 days. Right, so we've got our bandages. Now we want cords. We're going to make 1 cord out of this whole bandage. We're going to go through this process again. By now you know the drill. 1 bandage turns into 1 cord and 1 half bandage. So we'll just keep doing this. Some of the stuff that you do in this can be a little bit tedious and repetitive, but it's worth it, because all these cords that we're going to get from this, it's going to be really, really worth it. The only unfortunate thing is that we've just used up all of our bear fur to make these cords and bandages. We are going to need cords to make other things like arrows. So now we have no other option but to use primitive cords that we make from trees, from tree branches. So that is the thing now. We need to make sure that we've got a good supply of primitive cords ready for use when we need them. To be fair, we probably could have used primitive cords to dry this meat if I'd have thought about that in advance before we actually went on the hunt. We could have made the cords and had them here waiting for us when we got back. But I'm an idiot and we didn't do that, so we've had to use the first, so whatever. We can't change what's already happened. We are now too tired to move, so we're going to sit here and wait for that to go down a bit. There we go. And we're going to go to the side of the shelter and see if the tip-off that I got was correct. Cook. Dry. Raw meat. We want these 91 wild boar cuts. No. Whoops. Don't do that. I did it wrong. Dry. Roasted. 19. There we go. And yes, he was great. Thank you, anonymous tipster. Not anonymous. I just can't remember your name. I'm very sorry. But yes, we can dry on the side of shelters. Excellent. So we're just gonna do that. We're gonna keep doing that. This is excellent. We're gonna have so much meat. This is going to be awesome. I'm actually wondering if this is going to give us too good of a start. Where's the challenge? Right, we've got 15 wild boar cuts left. What do we got in the way of fish? We've got a pike that's good, but the rest of it is really kind of small fishes, so they're probably not going to last too long. Most of these are going to go in one meal. So the only real decent meal that we've got is the roasted pike. Wild pike, it's all bloody wild. The roasted pike will probably do us for about 2 or 3 meals alone. The rest of them will probably do 1, maybe 2 if we're lucky. So we're going to want to roast off the rest of this boar, because we're going to need that within the next day or two. And we will also roast off the wild boar fat. We haven't got much of it, but what we have is going to be nice. So we've got another 76 drying wild boar cuts. Excellent! Oh, we are in such a good position right now. This is awesome. Right, what is this tree here hidden? A young spruce. So we can get slender branches from that. Do we need slender branch? We will eventually, but we'll get to that. We are going to cut down branches. Actually, yes, right now we're going to cut branches, and then on the next day we're going to do something else. We're going to prepare some firewood for a couple of days. That will keep us going for a while. We won't have to keep just going and cutting branches down constantly. So we have got here 81 branches. That'll be plenty. Going to move them down here. Pick up the rest of these, 115 in total now. Drop them a tile away from our shelter, and let's build a fire. Nope. There we go, second time. Right, and we're going to cook, we're going to roast. Going to roast off these wild boar cuts, 10 of them there. Do it again, do the last 5. And then get the wild boar fat. Lovely. Is there anything else? Nope, that's all roasted. So, now we're going to eat and drink. Now you'll see what I mean. These roaches, that was an entire roach and it hardly moved our hunger bar. So we'll have a roasted perch. That's a bit better. And we're fine. There we go. We are doing really well. I am really happy about all this. Look at this. We're surrounded by good stuff. We have done so well. We just need something to go horribly wrong now. So we've got all these roasted bear cuts and the roasted fat. Wonderful. That's all good. We've got so much food now. That is excellent. We've still got 5 cords left after we did all that preservation. So that's 5 cords to make 5 arrows. So that's good. I'm happy with that. So, it's evening time. What are we going to do? We're going to pick up these 7 rocks. And we are going to... What are we going to do? We're going to drop some of these bandages again, because we've got 14 bandages now. How many? Are these all whole bandages as well? They're actually whole bandages. We could cut them up as well. Inventory. 7 whole bandages and 14 half ones. We've got so many bandages. I didn't actually have to cut up that bear fur. Oh, what a waste. Why did I not check that first? Oh, what a dumbass. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Can't change it. It's already happened. Too late. So, we're going to drop it. We're going to drop the... No. Do not discard the knife. No. No, do not discard anything. Discarding basically vanishes it from the world. We do not want to do that. And to do that, you just hit D, I believe. No, that's drop. Shift D? Shift D is discard. Do not discard. To be fair, we could do that with spoiled meat. Just drop it on the floor and just discard it and it'll vanish. But screw it, just discard it, push it into the fire, push it into the river, whatever. It all works. To be fair, pushing it into the river or into the fire is probably the most realistic, because it's either going to burn off or the wildlife's going to eat it. So, what are we going to do? That was it. We were going to pick up some rocks. We don't have any rocks. Did we already pick them up? Yes, we did. We've got 7 rocks there. We've got a ton of bandages. That was what we were going to do. No! Do not discard! Right, drop! We'll get there in the end. We'll drop the bandages. We'll drop all of them. We will drop the 7 whole ones. Actually, we'll change that. We're going to drop 13 of them, because what we're going to do is we're going to keep one and go and splint our injury while we're at it, because it's healing. It's nearly done. We are nearly there. So we're going to go over here and we're going to cut some more branches quickly. No, not build a fire. We don't want to set a tree on fire. That's the last thing we want, is a forest fire surrounding us. So just keep cutting. How many have we got there? 42. More than enough. And the fire's just gone out. That's fine. So we are going to move most of these up here and leave them by the edge of our shelter for tomorrow. Going to pick up one, and we're going to go down here, physician that splint the fracture. You consider it a serious wound that may not heal easily. Damn it, we made it worse. It's so hit and miss with this thing, because our physician skill is so bad. It's only 20%, we're an amateur, and it's only a 1-star skill, so we're not going to get better at it very quickly. So treating our own wounds is going to be always hit and miss for us, unfortunately. But we don't really have any other choice. So before I forget, we're going to take off the hand axe and the bow. We don't want to be wielding that. It's fine, we're not hunting. And it's evening, so we're going to go to sleep. And it's, wow, we woke up really early. It's still the small hours. Right, we're going to eat something, finish off that perch, eat another one, drink. How far has this got to go? Still 3 days, because technically it's 24 hours haven't gone by yet. So, what are we going to do? We are going to make some arrows. So we're going to pick up 5 rocks, I think we've got left, and 5 cords. Let's have a look. 7 rocks, 5 cords. So we've got 5 branches as well, so we're going to make 5 arrows. Yes. Tying equipment, there we go. Wow, who knew it'd take so long? 5 rough arrows. Not great, but at least we're being consistent. Right, so we're going to eat a bit more. Just keep on top of our hunger as long as it's there. We may as well, because you only eat as much of the food as you need to empty your food bar anyway, which is why, if we go and have a look, well, we haven't got it at the minute, but the first fish that we ate a moment ago, we just had to eat 2 fish. We finished off the last one, and then we ate a whole one. So you don't have to worry about overeating and losing and wasting food, because you will only eat as much as you need. So you may as well just stay on top of your hunger as best you can and just keep your nutrition level as high as possible, especially since we're injured, because we want to keep our energy up to heal as quickly as we can. And already we're fatigued from making those arrows. Who knew that would be so much effort? So we've got a knife, we've got a hand axe, we've got a bow, we've got a javelin, we've got 1, 7, 8, 14 arrows. That's not too bad. I'm happy with that. They're not too bad quality either. We've got 6 normal ones and 7 rough, so it could be worse. And we've still got 2 rocks to make 2 more. So what we're just gonna drop those rocks for now. We're not desperate for them. What else have we got that we can drop? Those 5 branches. Right, let's see. Right, that was what we were going to do today. We are going to take one of these huge logs and we're going to get our fire sorted out. So we're going to go into Timbercraft, which is Alt-M, chop felled tree into blocks. We don't have the best axe for this job, but the hand axe will do. It's going to take an hour and a bit Made 8 decent blocks of wood. So now we're going to take each one of those blocks of wood and we're going to split firewood from a block. So there we go. Take about an hour, hour and a half, and we've got 20 decent firewoods here. So 7 blocks, and we turn each block into 20. I'm not going to do the math, but you can tell that's a fair amount of firewood. So say we use 5 or 6 blocks of firewood for a fire, that's going to be enough. Actually, you can use less than that, really. I mean, let's take all this firewood down here, and next time we do a fire, we'll just throw 1 or 2 blocks on and see how long it lasts. However, we're going to put a cut in the video here, and we're going to save that for next time. So, hope you've enjoyed everything so far. We're really getting set up now. We're in a good position. We've got loads of food. We've got another skin on the way. It's going to be a leather, and I'm going to tell you now, when we do that, when it's ready, we're going to turn it into a skin. Not a skin as in an animal skin, however a water skin, and we're going to be able to take a water with us. So the problem that we had when we were hunting before, we were hungry but we had food on us, we were thirsty but we weren't next to a river. We have a skin, we can take care of our hunger and our thirst in the middle of nowhere, and that is going to make hunting a lot easier. Then we only have to worry about staying out of the bad weather. So that is what's going to be coming up very soon. Until next time, I will see you later.